So with FM25 coming out and being delayed and many of the fans not happy with the way that SI have gone about things, I've not released a video on my thoughts. We'll delve into that a little bit in this video, but there's a Slovenian website that is selling Football Manager 25 and they've put a few things on their website that either maybe they shouldn't have put on there and some features have been leaked, or it's just basically generic language that they've just used. But it does look very convincing to me, so we're going to go through it today. The website is Manipura Software. Like I said, it's a Slovenian website. You can find it yourself. I'll put the link in the description below if you want to have a look yourselves. Obviously, you have to right-click and translate the wall of text that I'm about to show you. But if we scroll down here, obviously you can see the screenshots that everyone's already seen. But then it's this here, the wall of text that you guys can see. I'm going to read through it, and we're going to talk about each bullet points as and when it comes up. Football Manager 25 brings a revolution to the world of football management. After 2 decades of innovation, a new era is beginning that will delight new and long-term fans of the series. Every career begins with a choice, and this time that choice is greater than ever. With the largest database of players and clubs in the history of the series, we knew that anyway because of women's football as well and other leagues added. They never take leagues away really, they always add them on, so we sort of knew that, that's nothing new. The newly licensed Premier League brings an unparalleled level of authenticity and allows you to compete in the most prestigious league in the world. For the first time ever, women's football joins the series, fully integrated with men's football. One world, one ecosystem. FM25 is packed with new features and improvements that will immerse you even deeper into the world of football management. The Unity graphics engine delivers a stunning visual representation with realistic volumetric player animations. Now, I've had a look at what volumetric player animations are, and they look quite nice. Basically, in short, it's more towards the FIFA style animations rather than the usual Football Manager, which was not wooden, but it was sort of like when someone would make a red card tackle, it was very forced, and when obviously the goalkeepers dove on the floor out the way of the ball, it didn't look realistic. So obviously, basically, to people that can't be bothered to have a look or can't be bothered to really know about it, it's just basically more realistic animations, which is something we wanted. It also talks about the user interface that we've seen some of the screenshots about. It says the redesigned user interface is now even more intuitive and tailored to your needs, providing you with key information when you need it most. The expanded Data Hub offers deeper insight into statistics and performance, allowing you to analyse every aspect of your team's game. Now, I don't know much about that in terms of the Data Hub is already quite in-depth, so even more so, I'm guessing you're probably going to see more saves around data analysis. I haven't done one yet on my channels. I'm thinking about that next year. New tactical insights allowing you to fine-tune your strategy, giving you an edge over your opponents. That's quite generic speak, I guess, but it's the bottom 3 ones to me that are quite different and ones that are making me think that this is quite a leaked thing and someone's in trouble or has been in trouble. An improved scouting and transfer system gives you more control over discovering and bringing in new talent. With personalised scouting reports and advanced player analysis tools, it's now easier than ever to build the team of your dreams. Now, I don't like the last sentence because the game shouldn't be made easy, it should be made harder, but I do like the idea of an improved scouting and transfer system, because currently the recruitment focuses in scouting aren't very good. I'm not a fan of them. More advanced AI managers are now more intelligent and responsive, providing more challenging and dynamic gameplay. That for me is quite exciting because I want the game to be harder, like I just mentioned. So if it is the case that the AI managers are better, that will make the game... I don't think people realise how much that will make the game more enjoyable. People will get annoyed to start with, but as you get aware with the game and as you get to grips with it, it'll make the game better in general, because who wants to just win every single game? I know it sounds perfect, but it's not, is it? It gets boring quickly. And then the bottom one is probably the most surprising one. For the first time, crossplay allows you to compete with your friends regardless of which platform they play on. So, if you're playing with someone that doesn't have a PC, or you have a PC and your brother or your family or member or whatever your friend doesn't, you can play against them. Console to PC seems realistic on that one. Otherwise, why would that be said? It's something totally brand new. It's not like a generic... A few of those lines are quite a generic product language that they'd sort of use to make the game sound good. But the bottom one is very unprovoked. It didn't need to be put on there, did it? So it's making me think that this is something that they didn't need to put out, or they shouldn't have put out just yet. And then just to round it out, it says, test your tactical skills or gradually develop your own unique style of play. Enjoy watching your team play soccer exactly the way you envisioned it, regardless of the challenges that await you on and off the field. Every moment will be even more realistic and exciting thanks to advanced technical and visual improvements. I like that. A lot of my frustration at FM24, 23, 22, and so forth are the things that happen in the match engine that to me don't make sense. For example, my players making mistakes that, not that they would never make, but that just aren't realistic. They've not been doing it for the entire season, and then they'll do something stupid because the game's trying to force goals for the opposition. I'd like it to be more flowy, and rather than my players making really dumb mistakes for the opposition to score, I'd quite like the opposition to have better animations and to actually score a good goal, so I can sort of be like, great goal, fantastic goal, couldn't do anything. Yeah, maybe that guy could have got closer to him, but good goal. Less frustration in the match engine, because a lot of people I've noticed that are going back to 2D or only commentary or simulating their games because the 3D match engine is throwing up things in the match. It doesn't look right. It looks messy. Discover a new era of football management that will take you to the heart of the game and awaken a passion that no other game can offer. Get ready to bring your game to life like never before. Obviously, the bottom one is just something that they say anyway. I understand that. Like I said, it's not a massive amount of new information, but there is a few things in there that sort of gets my expectations not rising, but sort of makes me think the game won't be as bad as a lot of people are thinking it will be. That goes into the next point of the video. I'm not going to rant about anything. That's not what I like to do. I like to be constructive and unbiased and basically say what I see. So I've seen a lot of hate for FM25. Even though no one's seen much about it. I've seen a lot of hate about it. I don't fully understand it, but I do understand where it's coming from. I don't believe that they've done very well in terms of showing us things and the timing of things and the way they've gone about things. The best feature that they've got, or the best feature that they think they've got, they should have led with that. It would have got pre-order sales up. It would have got people talking about the game. It would have got articles written about the game. Not that there isn't anyway, but it would have got more, better press, especially when your main competition is FIFA or EAFC, or whatever you want to call it. I know it's a totally different game, but a lot of people are coming from EAFC as they're getting more disillusioned with that franchise. A lot of them are coming across. I see it in my content. People saying I've stopped playing FIFA and career mode. I'm coming to FM. Sort of, can you help me out with it? So a lot of my videos on my channel are to help out with that. So when you see that EAFC hasn't gone down well with a lot of people and it's got the lowest rated score of the last however long of FIFA, why would you not strike while the iron's hot and go in with something really big to start with? We all know that women's football are coming to FM as well, and that is something that obviously is a good thing, gets more people playing the game. A lot of people like women's football, and I've seen a lot of hate for that as well. Doesn't really make sense to me, because if you don't want to manage women's football, just don't manage it. Just the same way that if you don't like managing in Spain or Scotland or, I don't know, any country, just don't do it. We don't need to complain about everything just because we're not going to do it. It's not the way the world needs to work. No one needs to know if you're not going to manage women's football. You just don't. Even if you don't like it, whatever, your opinions, that's absolutely fine. It's your opinion. Just don't do it. It's as simple as that. We don't need to be writing hate on the internet. It's not going to help anyone. It's a waste of your time. It's a waste of everyone's time reading it. We don't need to do it. So we know that women's football is coming, and that's a big deal to a lot of people. But if you're wanting to strike while the iron's hot, like I mentioned before, if you're wanting to get pre-order sales increased, you go with a big thing. So for example, if they are using a better match engine graphics, which it seems like they are, why would you not show us sneak peeks of some of those graphics? Even if they're not fully designed, even if they're not fully optimized, just put that at the bottom. May not be the end game footage, or may not be fully accurate, or not fully ready yet. Something along those lines. You know how it works sometimes. Just put something like that, but give us a bit of a teaser. Just rather than giving us a roadmap and then sort of going quiet about it, because they delayed the release and we've not even heard about anything about the beta yet. We might not even get to play it early like we usually do. Then there's not really a reason for people to pre-order at the moment. So I think as you delay the game, you probably should give us something as well. You're sort of taking something away slightly, 2 weeks away. I know it's not much, but everyone's going to see it that you're taking something away. You've also then got to give us something, in my opinion. I'm obviously going to buy the game. I'm not going to beat about the bush. I'm not going to sit here and pretend and say, oh, I'm not sure. Obviously, I'm going to buy the game. Obviously, I'm going to play the game a lot because I make content around it. And I would anyway. Even if I didn't make content, I would still buy the game because I love Football Manager and it's just a game that I enjoy the most. So if you're not interested in it, Obviously, again, absolutely fine. Your opinion. You are allowed your opinion and your thoughts and everything else like that. But I do believe that they could have done a bit better in terms of what they give us. And if you're not sure about the roadmap, here it is. So this is on the Football Manager website. I've zoomed it in again, but it says introducing women's football. That unlocks on the week of the 7th of October. It's the 9th of October now, so we should be expecting it any day now. It could be even today. I'm not entirely sure. And then after that, we've got interface that unlocks after the women's football, and then tactics. Again, there's not much information. It's like tactics. It's quite generic. I'm guessing the tactics is going to be about the new player roles that they sort of teased in the screenshots. And then they've got match experience, which, again, I'm not sure about. Maybe that's something to do with the graphics. And then we've got something about your manager, which people aren't really bothered about. It's just probably going to be more things you can make your manager look like. I don't think that needs a big thing. But again, it worries me that that is a big part of this. I could be totally wrong. It could come down and it could be something absolutely amazing. I fully accept that. And then it says FM25 mobile focus, and then a deeper dive, FM25 console recap and FM25 touch recap. There's not a lot of things there for their biggest player base, which is PC. There's not a lot of things there. But that's just my opinion. That's just my thoughts about the game and the potential features that we've had a look at. But if you are going to pre-order the game, regardless, like me, a lot of people will do that, very hardcore FM fans, then I do have a creator code in the description below. Obviously, it helps me out a little bit as well, but you guys also get it a little bit cheaper. Well, like I said, guys, let me know in the comments what you guys think to FM25 and the potential of what it's going to look like. I'm not entirely sure. I don't think it's going to be as amazing as some people thought initially, but I also don't think it's going to be as bad as some people think. So I've had a few people come into my streams and say stuff like the game looks really bad. We don't know that, do we? At the end of it, we don't know it's going to look bad. And we also don't know it's going to look good. So we're only really speculating. But leave a like on the video, guys. Leave some comments, like I mentioned before, in the comment section. And a subscription on the channel. We're very, very close to 6,000 now. Please get us over that line. And then we can aim for 10. And until next time, I'll catch you then. Goodbye.